Altitude 0. Where the sky ends. And the truth begins. July 23, 1983. A brand new Air Canada 767 lifts off from Montreal. 61 passengers. 8 crew. One small math mistake on the ground. 41 minutes later. Both engines die at 41,000 feet. No power. No hydraulics. No second chances. This is the story of how 4 minutes of pure skill turned certain death into one of the greatest miracles in aviation history. The Gimli Glider. The 767 was revolutionary, first twin-engine jet certified for 180-minute ETOPS over oceans. Canada was transitioning from imperial to metric in the late 70s/early 80s. Fuel is measured in kilograms on the flight deck. But ground crews still thought in pounds. Air Canada had just taken delivery of CGAUN, registration number for this exact aircraft, only months earlier. Captain Bob Pearson, 15,000 hours, former glider instructor. First Officer Maurice Quintal, also a glider pilot, knew the local area like his backyard, planned fuel load for Montreal, Ottawa, Edmonton, 22,300 kilograms. Specific gravity of Jet A that day, 0.803 kilograms per liter. 22,300 kilograms equals 27,775 liters. Mechanic incorrectly used 1.77 pounds per liter instead of kilograms, calculated only 5,000 pounds per wing tank. Result, aircraft took off with roughly 45% of required fuel, just 11,430 kilograms instead of 22,300 kilograms. The brand new Fuel Quantity Indicating System, FQIS, had been giving blank readouts since delivery. Maintenance signed it off as sensor fault, no one cross-checked with drip sticks, manual gauges, quick turnaround in Ottawa. Captain Pearson notices blank fuel gauges but is told it's been doing that all week, fly it. Takeoff weight calculated using incorrect fuel load, aircraft actually 23,000 pounds lighter than planned. Climbs to FL 410, 41,000 feet, to catch favorable winds, ironically burning fuel faster at higher altitude, 41 minutes after Ottawa departure, cruising over Red Lake, Ontario. Sudden bong, low fuel pressure warning on right engine. Seconds later, left engine warning. Both engines flame out within 10 seconds of each other. Cockpit goes eerily quiet except for wind noise and standby instruments. Pearson's famous comm radio call, Air Canada 143, we've lost both engines. Declaring emergency. Glide ratio of a clean 767 is almost equal to 17:1, 17 nautical miles per 1,000 feet lost. From 41,000 feet, theoretical max glide distance is almost equal to 120 nanometers. Closest major airport, Winnipeg, 65 nanometers away, but tailwind pushes them further. Quintal remembers Gimli, a decommissioned RCAF base he once flew from as a cadet. Problem: Gimli's runway 32L had been converted into a drag strip. Families racing cars, kids on go-karts, a fence across the middle of the runway, ram air turbine, RAT, deploys, tiny windmill giving minimal hydraulic pressure. No flaps, no slats, no anti-skid brakes, no reverse thrust. Landing gear lowered by gravity, no hydraulic lock confirmation. Approach speed 190 to 220 knots instead of normal 130 to 140. Pearson sideslips the 767, a glider technique, to bleed off excess speed and altitude. Passengers told, "We're making an unscheduled landing, brace positions." Touches down 180 knots on old runway 32R. Nose gear collapses on impact, fuselage slides on its belly. Sparks everywhere as metal scrapes concrete. Plane barrels through the guardrail, across the drag strip, between racing cars and picnickers. Finally stops 300 feet from a family barbecue. 0 fatalities. Only minor injuries from evacuation slides. Official cause: fuel exhaustion due to incorrect conversion from pounds to kilograms. Contributing factors: faulty FQAS, inadequate training, no dripstick crosscheck. Captain Pearson and First Officer Quintal received zero blame, hailed as heroes. Aircraft repaired in 2 days and flew again as CGAUN for another 25 years. Mandatory fuel policy changes worldwide. Drip sticks now required for every widebody refueling when FQIS is in op. Pearson and Quintal invited to glider clubs worldwide, forever known as the men who glided a 767. The airplane itself became a legend, retired in 2008, now a museum piece. From one forgotten decimal point came one of the greatest saves in aviation. Because of the Gimli Glider, millions fly safer every single day. This is Altitude Zero. Never forget the ones who fell, so the rest of us can still fly. We'll see you on the next one.